Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai, and welcome to Jagadambe Reads the Holy Books of India, Bhaktavijaya155. As you may remember, Gaura's wife was trying to get him to forget his vow that he wouldn't touch her, even with his fingers, but he said he wouldn't give it up. But as she was now without any child, her mind was full of concern. As she thought this by day and night, she said to herself, I must bring about a second marriage for him. In that way he will be pleased and my family will grow. She then went to her own mother's house. She told her mother and father all that had happened. She said, my husband has discarded me, and our family line will now disappear. Relatives were looking for some fault, and that is just what God has done. Evil ones among our relatives are laughing at us. His family line has ceased, they say. He has already discarded me, and I must bring about a second marriage for him. But who would give him another wife, since the first one is living? Now give to my husband as a wife your youngest virgin daughter. Saying this, she grasped the feet of her mother. Begging this from her mother, tears flowed from her eyes. I'm asking for only a jacket, as it were, and you must meet my request. As she spoke so piteously, her father and mother replied, we grant your request. Then, having called a Brahmin, they decided upon the marriage. Gaura marries his living wife's sister. Returning to her home, she made all necessary garments, adornments, and ornaments. She sent invitations and collected all the relatives in her family line. The marriage procession then started, and the bands were playing loudly. The wedding guests thought with concern amongst themselves on the way. They said, "Oh, gentlemen, we cannot approve of the strange fact that he should abandon his wife for the sake of God. Muslims do not like the worship of the Gayatri Mantra. So men who are Vaishnavas are not liked by those who revile them. A sinful man does not like good conduct. An outcast does not like to fix their thoughts on the Shastras. Ghosts do not enjoy the music of the kirtan, nor does a fool give thought to reason. The sick don't like milk. Thieves do not like the bright moonlight. Misers do not like giving away wealth. The deaf do not enjoy hearing singing. Those who kill are not fond of compassion. The poor, through their fate, do not care for the shade of the wish tree. So those who are not bhaktas do not like the devotion of those who are bhaktas." Well, in this way they went on quickly to the marriage. The wedding deities were installed, all were feasted, and holding the marriage curtain, the Brahmins repeated the 8 verses of blessing. Thinking of the husband of Lakshmi, the officiating Brahmin said, "Beware, beware." Just as they dropped the marriage curtain, the loud music from the instruments began. The marriage ceremonies continued for 4 days. The procession marched through the town. The mother-in-law and father-in-law then thought to themselves, "He has been given the eldest and the youngest of the daughters. He has taken a dislike to one of them, and men will now laugh at us. Just as both your eyes are alike to you, in the same way consider both of them your wives. In this way, putting our son-in-law under oath, we must make him accept her hand." They then said to Gaura, "Both these wives now belong to you. Care for them and treat them alike in your domestic life. If you do not treat them kindly, Vitoba will be your witness." Hearing them say this, he told them that he assented. Said he, "If the Lord of the world is merciful, the bondage of this life will break of itself. He will not allow his bhaktas to be influenced by worldly passions." Thus happy in his mind, he quickly returned to his home and gave exactly the same garments and ornaments to his 2 wives. Sadhgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai. Thank you for coming. I hope you come again.